guys, DevilHunterXYZ, and today I am doing Tekken 4. And what do I really have to say about this game? Well, it's not my favorite, but I guess overall it's okay. And I guess that's how most people see Tekken 4. It's just an okay game. I mean, considering I think it's the least likable Tekken game in the series. I mean, this game offers a lot of new innovations, but I think maybe it should have been more fleshed out. Well, I mean, like for this, you have story mode. Well, they do have arcade mode, but story mode is something different. It kind of gives more backstory as to why each of these characters are participating in this tournament to begin with. And kind of also maybe give a little in-depth as to their lives, as to what they're doing. Well, this is where their first problem begins. Well, with the cross between the narration and the music in the background, it's sometimes hard to hear what the narrator is even saying. I mean, I'm glad they actually have on-screen text, but I kind of think they should have adjusted the song to make it more, quieter in this case. Well, look at that. I'm facing Lee Changlong on the first stage. And it's the mall. That's my favorite one. Well, that's kind of sad. I was kind of hoping to maybe have this match later on in the game. Not start off with it already. Now, in case you're wondering, I am doing this on ultra hard. And the difficulty is, I guess, about the same as Tekken 2. But luckily, since I can do side steps and have a better range of combos and control, it's doable. Well, actually, speaking of control, I mean, it's a little bit more flexible, but the problem is, sometimes you have to do moves that require you to do a half circle or quarter circle on the D-pad or the stick, and well, it's like sometimes it doesn't really register as well, so sometimes I'm just going to just random punches in the air. Oh yeah, another new thing they added was the barriers to the stages. I mean, every stage has like walls, and you can push an enemy to a wall. In fact, that's one of the new moves they included, is a pushing ability where you can like shove them to a wall, or you can actually just switch places with them, which I don't really use it, honestly, and I don't know, I kind of think they should have just used that for your throws. I mean, weirdly, each character has like two different throws, and to do one you have to do triangle and circle, and then to do the other one you have to do forward triangle circle or back triangle circle. I mean, I just think it would have been better off to just leave it the same as before. But anyway, with the walls and the stages, I mean, I guess they were trying to make it more realistic, having the characters fight in a real environment. But sometimes the environments are just too small to really fight in. And then sometimes you get into these entanglements where the AI is kind of cheap and gets you to a wall, and I mean, it's just hard to get out of a wall. I mean, honestly, in general, I just don't really like walls in Tekken. I hate how I keep missing the throws, or to keep avoiding them. I mean, honestly, in Ultra Hard, I've never been able to get one throw in. I mean, it's like the programming AI a little bit too hard for that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is only stage 2. I think I should have at least been allowed to get a couple of throws. So, for the most part, you're probably not going to see me do any throws without this entire game. Sorry to say, but it's just... I mean, the AI is too smart for that, I guess. Well, anyway, Another mode that they added in this game was the training mode, which is pretty similar to practice mode, but this one actually teaches the player how to perform specific moves or combos for the character that they're using. And I mean, I think that's a good idea. You know, it gives the knowledge to the player on how to perform some of these attacks. Yeah, but it's a different story actually trying to pull them off, though. I mean, there were just some moves for some of the characters that are just hard to pull off, mainly because of the control a little bit. You know, how it's a little bit sensitive on some of the attacks. And they also have a time trial-like thing within the training mode. You know, it kind of gives you a time of how fast you can do all 20 moves. I'm not really sure why. I mean, I kind of thought this whole thing was supposed to be practice, but I don't know, I guess to see how fast you can do them and maybe beat your time to perform faster. Well, as I was talking about the stages being small, I mean, this is one of them right now. I mean, honestly, this is just too small to fight. I mean, I guess they were going for an underground fight club thing, but I mean, in terms of a Tekken game, I really think they should have been more open. Well, anyway, the other new mode, well, somewhat new mode that they have is the Tekken Force. And, well, yeah, they did have Tekken Force in the third game. This one's a little bit more different. With the Tekken Force in this game, it has the same beat 'em up style, but the stages are longer, and there's a lot more enemies on the screen to face. You know, because in Tekken 3, at most, I think there's only like 2 enemies on the screen at once. Yeah, but here, I think you can have up to like 8 or something. And it is a lot harder compared to the third game, especially in the last stage. And thinking about it, I've only been able to beat the Tekken Force with Jin. I mean, granted, I haven't really tried too much. I think I tried with Lee at one point, but I could never get through the last stage. I mean, it just gets pretty ridiculous. But luckily, the thing they actually added was a checkpoint system. You know, after you beat each stage, you get like a checkpoint. So if you do fail, you actually start back at the last checkpoint, which is a lot better than the third game. If you failed in the third game, you start from square one. Well, as you can see, I am facing one of the new characters in this game, Christy Montero, and she is the student to Eddie Gordo. And speaking of which, I guess that kind of brings up another point, which is the character roster in this game, and that's pretty small. I think altogether there are 19 characters, which that's roughly about the same size as the first Tekken. Well, okay, if you want to be technical, there are some palette swap of characters for some of the characters in this game. Like, if you select Christy, there's a way where you can actually play as Eddie Gordo. Well, obviously there's one for Kumo. You can make him change to Panda. Of course, there's the Lee switching into Violet, and then there's Ling Xiaoyu switching into Miharu. And you know, as a side note, I actually found out that a lot of people would prefer playing as Miharu, only because there is a bug in her coding where she actually has a slightly smaller hitbox. So she actually has a slight advantage, which I never really knew that. So I guess after all that, I guess you can say that the roster is about the same as maybe Tekken 2. But, you know, for me personally, I think I have more of the issue with just the actual appearance of these characters. You know, the different model changes and, you know, the outfits that they're wearing. I mean, I know this was the PS2 and this was the first Tekken game, and I guess they were trying to do something, you know, new. But, you know, it's just, I'm not really fond of most of these outfits. It just kind of feels a little abnormal for me. And I guess maybe that's the reason why a lot of people just didn't like this game. They didn't really like the new looks of the characters. I mean, that had to have been the reason, because for like Tekken 5, they actually went back to the original designs for these characters. Oh yeah, as you can see right now, I'm going against Combot, who is pretty much the Mokujin of this game. He's able to mimic other players' moves, and I can't believe I just lost. Like, what happened? Wow, that looked like something easy I could have dodged. Ugh. Well, anyway, I kind of thought it was odd why they switched Mokujin out for Combot. I mean, I guess maybe they were trying to go with something futuristic, but I don't know. I still prefer Mokujin. He's more mysterious. And in fact, in Tekken Tag Tournament 2, both Mokujin and Combot are in the game. But of course, in that game, Mokujin does the mimic techniques, and Combot is able to kind of take different moves from characters to kind of almost create a custom moveset, which that has been like the best innovation ever for a Tekken game. Well, now the next thing I want to see is maybe the ability to create your own character. I mean, who knows, maybe that might be a possibility for Tekken 7. Man, this is becoming a close match. Okay, I just have to be cheap here. I mean, yeah, I just have to be cheap. I mean, considering the AI is kind of, I don't know, cheap to begin with itself. I mean, since it dodges almost everything or blocks almost everything, you know, sometimes he's got to play dirty. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the story. Well, anyway, from what I've read, Heihachi failed to capture Ogre in the last tournament, but he did manage to collect tissue samples of Ogre. And I guess going with the whole world domination theme, he was trying to splice Ogre's genes, but it was unsuccessful. And he found out that he needs also the devil gene to make it work. And of course, Heihachi's first goal was to go after Jin, since he knows that he carries the devil gene in him, but he was unable to find him. But then soon afterwards, he did manage to find information about Kazuya, that G Corporation at the time managed to find the remains of Kazuya, and that I guess through somehow the power of technology, they managed to bring him back to life. So Heihachi decides to attack G Corporation to bring back Kazuya, but Kazuya manages to fight back, defeats the Tekken force sent by Heihachi, and I'm guessing this is kind of leading more into revenge territory again. But what I've also read is that Kazuya also wants to fully merge himself with the devil, which I'm guessing since part of the devil managed to transfer to Jin, he doesn't have full control anymore. So I guess he's trying to locate Jin as well to absorb his devil power. Which would explain why we don't see Devil in any of the future games, because Kazuya doesn't have the full power anymore. And as for Jin, I don't really think he's really aware of any of this. I think he's just more pondering his purpose in life, and I guess maybe also questioning about his devil nature. So, I mean, Heihachi just sets up this tournament to try to capture both Jin and Kazuya, and still just pursuing that goal of world domination. Which, again, a little bit of a cliche story. Alright, stage 7. I'm going against Kazuya. Oh wait, maybe I'm not. After all, this is story mode. There's a lot of twists and turns throughout this game. The tournament officials sent Kazuya a message. The winner of round 7 by default is Kazuya Mishima. Please proceed to the final stage. Though Kazuya sensed Heihachi's hand in Jin Kazama's disappearance, a fearless grin crept upon his face as he headed towards the final stage. While on his way to fight Kazuya, Jin was ambushed by the Tekken force. Jin brought down scores of them. Although I think I'm more questioning why didn't the Tekken Force just use their guns or something. But was eventually captured and taken away. Or I guess was brought down by tranquilizers. That works too. Well, this is pretty creepy. I'm guessing we're in the mind of Jin. Okay, this is kind of becoming a little weird. Oh, you can see the devil markings all over him. Stage 8, and I'm going against Kazuya. Okay, that was a little bit weird actually. I mean, why bother calling it Stage 8? It's the same fight pretty much, but I don't know, I guess maybe technically the tournament is over? Oh. Ah. See, this is the problem with the walls. Jeez. Man, Kazuya is hard. It's almost like Tekken 2.
You lose. Round 2.
Or let's try that again. Come on. You know, honestly, it's just a little bit awkward. Because I guess I was a little bit used to Jin in Tekken 3 and his movesets. I mean, it feels like they had to strip him of some of the moves because since they actually brought back Kazuya, I guess they didn't want to have the same character twice. Oh, come on. Oh! You know, I hate when that happens. They get me into the wall and I face a completely different direction. And there goes my perfect streak. But you know what, I was actually surprised I even made it this far without continuing. Oh, come on. Oh, a headbutt? Okay, sorry if I had to be cheap here, but it's like the only thing that's really working at this point. Alright, just gotta get one more win. Come on. Ugh. Can he stop throwing me? I hate those grabs he does. Oh my god. Oh, seriously? Man, that was impossible to even dodge that. Yes, I know I lost that one. Man, I tell you, the walls are probably my worst enemy in this game. Yeah, come on. I want to continue again. Hey, I managed to reverse that. Yay, win. Pretty close one.
You win.
All right.
所詮この程度の男か。不甲斐ない。その力、わしが全てもらう。お前はここで死ね。
Ooh, the final stage. And I'm going against Heihachi.
Round 1. Fight.
Come on, get up. Oh, man. Charge. Hey, that worked.
You win. Round 2.
All right. Come on. He's just dodging everything. Oh no. Get up, Jin. Come on. You can almost do it. Oh, come on. Just a few inches short. I hate when I had to misjudge distance.
Final round. Fight.
Okay, good start. Get up. God, I just really want to just grab him, but his obviously gonna just block that. Oh my god, it's gonna be a close one. Oh my god. I can almost do it. Oh my god. Are you serious?
You lose. Continue.
Oh.
Round 1.
Oh man, I was so close the last game. Great, uppercut. Oh my god, come on. But this ain't doing any better.
Fight.
Oh, now he had to switch me to the wall. Yes. Great, we're tied again. Come on, I gotta be in this time.
You win. Final round. Fight.
Oh my god. You know what, I just had to go all out. Tackle. Yes. Win.
You win.
Finally did it. Well, you know, these cutscenes here are looking a lot better. Oh my god, it's Jun Kazama. I'm kind of wondering what that really meant. Well, I guess he knows what he's doing is evil, so yeah, I guess you just let him go.
風間淳に感謝しろ。
I don't know, I'm kind of hoping Jun Kazama could be in another main title Tekken game. Maybe someday. Well, anyway, at least I completed Tekken 4. Not the best game, but I guess maybe overall okay. Well, this is DevilHunterXYZ, and until next time.